Here is a difficult question to answer. In fact, I'm putting it out here so that if you have any ideas or concepts that may help, that we can work on these together. So here it is. How do you communicate your achievements or gain the recognition necessary to be promoted in your current organization? I'm Justin Hitt from Sustainable Wealth Secrets. One of the things that can grow your wealth and even grow your influence in an industry is your ability to stay within market wages. So if you go to an internal job listing and you look up your current title and you see that the midpoint is higher than what you're currently making today, meaning the company has to pay more to get talent like you into the organization, then you're under market. How can you continue to stay up with expenses, to manage cost of living, to manage family obligations if every year you're earning less and less money? So the factor is not that the company is taking advantage of you. The company is paying you what you'll accept. There's an old saying that the company pays you just enough for you to stay, and employees work just enough to not get fired. And it's true. However, if you like the organization you work for, if you have a good benefits package, if you have relationships in that business, you might decide that it's too painful to leave that organization and seek growth internally. However, for the life of me, in many situations, I don't necessarily have the skills. First off, I am very direct. So for me and many of my clients, we're very direct about, here are the facts. You're hiring new people at X. I'm making less than X. How do I get to X? And that sometimes upsets people because the manager right above you has the same problem that you have. To hire a new manager, the company has got to bring in an outsider at a higher wage. Another factor that you're looking at is that when you're hiring people, if someone leaves to be promoted to a new position within the company, you've closed out one position, but now you've opened up a new position. And in order to attract somebody into that position, you'll have to pay market rate, which is higher than the previous person was paid. So not only do you have an employee that's now getting paid more, you have to hire a new employee that's getting paid more. See, this is a challenge. It is a frustration. I'm going to leave you with 3 key concepts. First off, it is your responsibility how much you get paid. It is also possible to be paid less than other people, yet build up wealth faster. Number 2, it is your responsibility to be aware of the situation and to be tactful in its presentation. Now, frankly, anybody that's been on the newsletter for a while knows that I'm not as tactful as other people can be. And very often my approach is direct, and your good senses may have a better approach, and I'd love to hear about it. And number 3 is, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. So if you make $150,000 a year and you live in a major market and it costs you $200,000 a year to live, that's not good. But if you make $100,000 a year and you live, perhaps you work remote and you live in a rural area, that $150,000 a year can go much further. See, these are decisions that you have to make. Now, culturally, there's a tendency to say, oh, well, that big company, I don't know if you saw it, but Wall Street is paying $500,000 to $1 million bonuses to folks on Wall Street. Now, it doesn't mean everybody on Wall Street gets these big bonuses, but it sets up the sense that those big companies are taking advantage of us. Those big companies are abusing us and making us work for less than we can. The secret is to understand that you're not permanently attached to an organization. You can get up and go. I'm Justin Hitt from Sustainable Wealth Secrets. And if you can answer the communications challenge that I face here, I would be eternally grateful. It happens to the best of them. Now, fortunately, I've got a whole bunch of wealth strategies that I can use to get more from every dollar. So maybe that's a bonus takeaway here, is that there are ways to make the money work for you. So you're transforming that income into net worth. Yes, if you have a greater income, you can produce a greater net worth faster, but the greater income multiplied actually accelerates things even further. If you have questions, you can visit www.sustainablewealthsecrets.com. Thanks for listening. And until next time, I'm Justin Hitt, helping high-income professionals transform income into net worth. and much more. Thanks for listening.